but your girl is always on time. Muy barato. I don't know how to say affordable in Spanish. When that alarm went off at 6:50 this morning, I rolled over and tried to cancel the class. It said it was too late to cancel. So I wanted to talk to y'all about the books that I read. Hey, if you new here, I'm Asia G, and if you're not, welcome back. So I just left the dentist. That's the clips that y'all saw. And I got my hair done. I'm a new girl, looking real golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden, golden. Okay, Jill. I went to the dentist today, and if you don't, go to the dentist. Your teeth are important. Your teeth are important. I went to the dentist and got a cleaning. I go to the dentist twice a year, and then I see the dentist once a year. And it's just like, it's been that way for years. And more recently, like in the past few years, like I've always brushed my teeth. You know, good dental hygiene. I always brushed it, but I didn't have great dental hygiene. So for the past couple of years, like I just been flossing way more than I ever flossed in my whole life. So this look like flossing between like 6 and 7 days a week. I should do it probably 7 days a week, but I floss at least once a day, at least 6 to 7 days a week. And I got really good marks on my teeth today. It's a part inside of me that wants everybody who I feel can judge or grade me to give me wisdom, whether that's at work or when I go to the doctor, the dentist. I want them to be like, oh, you're doing everything right. I don't know. I need the validation. But I'm going to try this new Opulence whitening kit that they have, and it's supposed to be a 10-day tray kit. So we'll see how this goes. Like, I feel like my teeth are a good natural color, but I feel like they can be like obnoxiously. I feel like they could be whiter. And I used crest strips in the past, and I feel like they really worked. Like the first time I had ever whitened my teeth, like I could see like a really big difference using like the crest strips along with like the 3D crest white. But that was like back in 2008 or whatever. And I've used them a couple times since then, but I never felt like they got my teeth as white as they did the first time, which may be more about me than them. Maybe my teeth weren't. We ain't even gonna go there. Either way, they've never whitened them 2-3 shades like they did the very first time. The other thing that I recently started doing is I bought me an electric toothbrush. I like it. I like it a lot. I was debating about going to the gym because my gym sit like diagonal from my desk. Like I could look right out my car because I'm in the dentist parking lot and I see my gym. But I don't want to go there. I debated with myself, do you really want to go to the gym? And the answer is absolutely not. Do I want to work out? Yes. Yes, I want to work out. No, I don't want to go to the gym. So we're going to go home and do like a really good, sweaty home workout. And that's where I'm going to meet y'all at. I'm going to get back to being normal, y'all. Just let me be cringy. Just let me be it. Outfit change. Oh, this top is from, So this top is from Shein. These leggings are from Amazon. I want to film a reel or short about home workouts. I was debating about going to the gym, and I was literally by the gym when I went to my dentist appointment, but I didn't feel like it. And home workouts can be just as effective as gym workouts. One of the things like I like to do during my home workouts is like I set it up, like I burn candle, which is like, please Lord don't fall over. But I burned the candle. I like my little Asia sign. I still take my pre-workout. I still have a really good home workout, and like I kind of set the mood for the home workout. So that's kind of what I want to record, the beginning. Then we're gonna work out eventually. We're gonna get there. Yeah, this is the pre-workout I was telling y'all about before. So I usually use Ghost Workout, but I like this Alani Cherry Slush like in the energy drink can. And so I saw that they came out, or like they maybe been had it, but they had it in the pre-workout. This is delicious. This is delicious. And it also has 300 milligrams of caffeine. Usually like the pre-workouts have 200. This has 3, so y'all. I Got my weighted vest on. Y'all don't got a weighted vest, invest in a weighted vest. It like really helps on the home workouts. Like if you are trying to get your heart rate up, or like just make the workout a little bit more intense and like you're not going to a gym. The other thing that I kind of do at home is, I had started going to hot yoga, and I liked that the room is hot and it make you sweat. Now sweating is not an indicator of a good workout, so they say, but I still feel better when I sweat. It could just be a superficial thing. I enjoyed it. So what I do at home is I will plug up my little space heater while I'm working out, like to get the room heated, and I feel like that's like a really good sweat. Like let's just kick it up, okay? Let's get into this workout. What I really like about home workouts is that I'm already in my comfort zone. I don't have to worry about driving anywhere. The workout is the workout. So for me, working out at home kind of looks most days like warming up 5 minutes on the treadmill, then getting off the treadmill to do a strength training exercise, usually 10 to 12 reps, and then I hop back on. And that's how it goes, on and off the treadmill with strength training exercises in between. I try to cycle through each exercise that I do at least 3 to 4 rounds, and I like to make it a full body workout. So it's usually like 2 lower body workouts, 2 upper body workouts, and then a little bit of abs. And then of course the treadmill is the cardio, and that's what I really consider like the hit part of the workout, because my heart rate is kind of getting up and spiking down and getting up and spiking down, like being on and off the treadmill. The Iman style is that I usually walk a minute in between the strength training exercises. If it gets to be too intense, I may stop and walk 2 minutes between each exercise. I know a lot of people who like to go to the gym think that home workouts can't be intense, but that's simply not true, especially like if you're using different tricks like the weighted vest, if you're using weighted wrist straps, or if you are turning on like the space heater to get the room hot. You can do all kind of things to make a home workout really intense, and then you can do it all from the comfort of your zone. The comfort of your home. One of the things I like the most is that like I have my big TV at home and I don't have to wear earphones. After a while in the gym, an hour of listening to music deep into your ear hole is annoying. Let me know if y'all try out any of those tips or tricks that I kind of talked about to make the home workouts more intense. Oh, that workout was excelente, muy excelente, me gusta. Me gusta el ejercicio hoy. I like the exercises today, y'all. I like them. So I did an hour, and I'm pretty sure that I did this in a voiceover because I was trying to like talk to you guys while I did the workout, but there was a lot. There was a lot. So I'm pretty sure I did a voiceover. I am going to get a shower. I have plans with my sister and her 3 babies, which are my 3 babies. And then I have plans to eat dinner with a friend because nurturing relationships all 2024. I think I would really love to do a home workout video, like what I have in my home gym. This isn't a gym, but this is like my workout me room. So I think I would love to do a video with that, and I think that I'm going to plan that with another creator who is going to be uploading YouTube videos. You know who you are. This is me putting you on notice. But I need to get moving because I kind of want to, once my sister and the babies leave, I want to show like a behind the scenes of me like trying on all the clothes, like in preparation to do the sit down part of my what I got in new. And I want to wear makeup in it because I want to wear makeup to dinner with my friend too. And I'm gonna quit talking because baby, we's a little behind as always, per usual, but your girl is always on time. Also, okay, I'm feeling this hair. I'm feeling the goldies. Also, I feel like because I've been doing more cardio, that your girl look a little slimmer, which is true because I done lost 5 pounds. So yesterday I weighed and I was 129.2, and I think at my highest most recently I was like 134 and some change. So I've lost 5 pounds, and it's just picking up cardio because I need it in my life. Whatever, and we're doing drum. I have run. Shower done. So I really need to decorate this place. I want to do a quick little face of makeup because I'm gonna record like the try on portion, like I keep saying it because I'm gonna do it, and if I keep saying it, it's always at like the front of my mind. First I'm gonna do like a quick little toner because it's gonna be quickity quick. Which I hope that's not too much so that my makeup don't slide everywhere. What's just straighten my arms? It'll be fine. Really, I want to try waxing. Do y'all wax? Like, not a bikini wax, but do y'all wax under y'all arms? We'll try it again later. It's just not working. Maybe it's the braids. Let me see. Because I'm usually able to do this just fine. It was the braids. Okay. A skin tint, a little concealer, something to contour with. And I want to use this new kind of Elf primer that I got. It seems like it may be, it's a power grip primer. I think it may be like the, what is it? It's not Born This Way. I could say Urban Decay. You know how Urban Decay got that grippy primer? It's in the, it's green. I think it may be a play on this, play on that. So I'm gonna try it a little bit. This makeup is probably expired. I'm pretty sure. Because I done had it for forever. But make it last forever. I don't like this color. I don't know why I didn't use some with a peachy undertone. We gon' throw it away. Trash. I feel like I had some that was peachy. It's this. Maybe look good on camera. I'm not convincing y'all what this makeup is. That's what happens when you don't practice for a really long time. We're gonna try some of this blush. Cream to cream. Usually I don't remember this till after I put on powder, and that's not good. Got my little Morphe setting powder. Everywhere the makeup touches, there should be setting power. Now we're going to try out my new contour palette from Essence. Got this from Ulta. Muy barato. It's very cheap. I don't know how to say affordable in Spanish. This one, I think this is the one. Tap, 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 tap. This was a really pinky cheek that I put on. But I think I'm going to dip into the e.l.f. blush palette because I want it to be more something else. Also, I don't feel like that it did much. Not that I don't like it, but I don't feel like it does. It's not really pigmented. That's what I'm trying to say. Orangey glow. So let's try that. We gonna throw on some eyebrows. I got this little Wet n Wild pencil. Mostly I didn't use all drugstore makeup. Except the Morphe. The only thing there wasn't. And I love like the peak, like that being a point. I feel like it bring my face up. And then making it. I made the tail too big, but it'd be fine. It'd be fine. Nobody wear it. Make the point. And then we got this e.l.f. brow gel. Hold it in place. I feel like if your eyebrows done, it kind of bring it together. Okay, so my sister running behind, so give me 15 more minutes. That's great that you're running late. You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great. What we missing now? Eyeshadow. We're gonna keep everything in one palette. So we're gonna go back into this one. I think we're gonna do, let's do the light one. Break it out and into the nose. Into the nose, so it's just in the crease, and then go into the nose. Maybe the little dark one. Oh, now you get bright. Now where does light come from? And just drag that into the crease for a little more definition. Drag it out, drag it out. Perfecto. We're gonna take these LA Colors drugstore. I got this from the Dollar Tree, which is now the $1.25 store. Spray it down, make it melt together. I'm gonna put on a little perfume. And I'm just gonna put some e.l.f. hydration lip mask over top of it. And last, but certainly not least, because baby, eyebrows and just mascara will get you where you need to go if you ever don't want to wear makeup. Oh, I didn't fuck that up. I'll fix it. Nobody worry. Oh, she gonna be ready. All right, camera down. Okay, so family time is done. It was such a good time. Every time like I have like my sister and my babies over, I just always think that I should do this more often. Now I have about 30 minutes or so to do the try on portion of like the video for next week, and I'm gonna go meet a friend for, I'm looking at myself, I'm sorry y'all. Then I'm gonna go meet a friend for dinner. I done already ate some pizza with my nephew and niece, so let's see how hungry I am when I get there. So let's do the try on portion. And it's just like, it's sometimes it's easier like when you plan the video to like piece it together so you're not doing everything on the same day. So this like what I'm doing today, and it also helps me to follow through on the actual video because I've already got like a piece of it done. So I'm gonna sit y'all down and we're gonna try all of this stuff on. And I'm just gonna use my G7X camera. I got y'all on a different camera, so this is what I usually kind of vlog on. This, my phone, and then my, it's not up here, my GoPro, but I'm gonna use this to film like vertical. And then I got y'all on my Canon, what is that, an EOS? I think that's like a M50 or something, child. I don't know. I was so ashy. I looked down through the legs like, Lord, not that. So I'm gonna put some lotion on and finish this, and then I will see you guys in a while. Good morning. Good morning. We're gonna go to hot yoga. She's a yoga girly. When that alarm went off at 6:50 this morning, I rolled over and tried to cancel the class. It said it was too late to cancel it. The class will be filling up fast, and I need me a spot in the corner by the wall in front of the mirror. Pilates was a good time. It was packed. I did not get my favorite spot. It was like 30 of us in the room like this, and the heat was going, so it was sweat like everywhere. So if you have a bit of like a thing about being around like in really close proximity to people, breathing heavy, sweating, I don't know if I would suggest hot yoga for you, because the hot yoga studio that I go to, you never know how many people gonna be in class. So it was a really packed class. Everybody was up at 8 ready to do their thing, and I really could take a nap. But before I close the video out, I know I was gone for a little bit, but I still been reading like a book a month, and some months I got 2 books in. I think I've been gone since like maybe the middle of March, so I wanted to talk to y'all about the books that I read. So I'm pretty sure before I left, I told y'all Every Day Gets a Little Closer, a Twice Told Therapy by one of my favorite mental health people, a psychiatrist named Urban Yalom. I did not enjoy this. The psychiatrist and the patient wrote up like summaries of like their therapy sessions after each one in lieu of payment, and you kind of read it from like each one perspective, like what they got out of therapy hour, and like a lot of time it was not the same thing. So like as I'm reading it and it's the same date and it's about 2 totally different things, even though it was the same therapy session, like my little brain wasn't able to follow that in an enjoyable way. But it did go to show how like in a therapy session, you may be thinking one thing as a therapist that they're getting from it, and then as the patient is thinking about it, they may be getting something totally different. So you may thought that you made like a really good connection between, let's say, something that happened in childhood and what they're doing now. And then the patient, or you as the client, may think of like how the therapist like affirmed you about making it there on time, and that you put effort into how you looked, and you hadn't looked great like the last 3 times that you there, but you looking a little bit better. So like y'all may have gotten 2 totally different feelings from the session. Not that the session wasn't great, but when you read the book like that, the therapist or the psychiatrist is talking about mother wounds and feeling neglected in childhood. Do you get to the patient and she's talking about how she had like the hard day before, and how he didn't spend enough time on it, but he was focused on something else, but she liked how he affirmed what she was wearing. I was like, no. The second thing I read after that in the month of March, I actually got from the library. It was called Tears of a Tiger by Sharon Draper. I read this book when I was in 10th or 11th grade. It was just about, it was a teen book. And I had been thinking about it, and I saw my English teacher in Kroger, and I was like, oh my God, I've been trying to think of this book that you assigned to us when I was in high school. Now high school is, I graduated in 2007. She thought about it. She's like, Tears of a Tiger. Tears of a Tiger by Sharon Draper is about like this group of kids, and it's kind of reading like from their perspective. They're in a car accident, and the guy who is driving the car, he survived. So everybody survived except one person who was in the passenger side, but they was drinking and driving, and just kind of talks about like mental health and how like everybody was saying, get over it, move on. It could have been worse. You could have died. Or like he didn't get like a real punishment, like he didn't go to jail. He got like community service, and he felt like there wasn't enough. He had so much guilt about killing, about his friend dying in the passenger side, because he was the one who was drinking and driving. He was also the one who got the beer, and how he couldn't move past it and deal with grief, and how those around him wasn't able really to support him, either because they didn't know how. Men don't cry, men get over things, even though he was like a high school boy, not having like really close relationship with your parents, and then having that one friend that you really feel like you can lean on, but then it's too much for them because they're just one person. You know what I'm saying? They just your friend. They're not a professional. They are like another high school student like you. And so it kind of talked about that. And so at the end of the book, stuff kind of progressed like a little bit from there, and that book just stuck with me so much, and I really wanted to reread it. For the month of April, I read 2 books. The first book is called Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. I got that from the library, so I don't have it to hold up, but it just kind of talked about like a black lady in her early to mid 30s, and just kind of making decisions about what she wants her life to look like, as far as like relationship, kids, family, work, being black, and what that looks like in the workspace, at your job, her dad cheating as a kid and leaving, and how that kind of shaped her growing up, and how she viewed him, and how she viewed the new family. I enjoyed the book. It's a 3-part series. I tried to read the second part to that book like back to Black Girls Must Die Exhausted, and then I think the second book was like Black Girls Must Be Magic. I couldn't really get into it, but I think it's because I read 2 fiction books back to back, so I may try to read the second part to Black Girls Must Die Exhausted, which is Black Girls Must Be Magic, but at another time. The next book that I read in April was called Dying to Be Free. It is by Beverly Cobain. I think she was like Kurt Cobain's aunt, and Jean Larch. I'm pretty sure I may be pronouncing this lady name wrong, but she is a mental health professional. A book for suicide survivors and the impact that suicide may have on survivors, how to cope with it, how to think about the person who completed suicide, and I'm not saying committed suicide because they kind of sound like aggressive, but the person who completed suicide, maybe like some of the psychological pain that they were in that drove them to that, how maybe you can try to make peace, or at least a bit of understanding of what would drive them to that, and like maybe ways to intervene with people who are suicidal, or who is depressed, or people who are depressed. Just they don't, the verbs and everything don't have to match. Okay, how to interact and intervene with people who are depressed, and be supportive, and also get them help. Those were the 2 books for April. The book I read in May, I just read 1 book because it kind of took me a while to get through because it was kind of heavy. It was The 100 Years War on Palestine, A History of Settler Colonism and Resistance. I picked this one up back in maybe March or April with the intent to read it, but then I just didn't. It just seemed like it would be a lot, and I was correct. It would definitely have been a whole lot. With everything that's going on, like internationally, like all of the posts that we're seeing about like the current war, I wanted to have like a little bit more depth about like what was going on, why it was going on, the history of it. It said it's a research book, so like they kind of go through like how the United States is involved in Palestine, Israel, why we're so involved in it now, like the different treaties and legal stuff that like they work between the two governments to make certain things happen and put certain things in place and support. So this is written from a Palestinian point of view, but I feel like this did give like a bit of both perspectives. Like it would give a perspective, and it would come back to say like a rebuttal of whatever that perspective was. This was very informative. Like I got it heavily notated with notes and everything, and this was written back in 2017, so it don't even encompass what is going on now. So this is just the history from 1917 to 2017, so it doesn't encompass anything like within the past 7 years that has been happening, but it did kind of lead up to like saying, if they foreshadow, like at the end he says, what do I think all of this means over the past 100 years, what is it leading to? And so it kind of led saying like it's going to erupt into something as big as this. And he was just saying that he thinks the solution would be like a two-party state. So for the book of June, I am reading a Kindle book. It is called The Will to Change Men, Masculinity, and Love by Bell Hooks. I really like this girl on Instagram called Kimberly. What is Kimberly's last name? Kimberly Foster, and then she has a second YouTube channel. She's Kimberly Foster on Instagram, and then she has a YouTube that's Kimberly Foster, and then For Harriet. And she wears this, she kind of talks about bell hooks, and she's always saying like, do the reading. And I see the shirts where it's like, do the reading, and it has like bell hooks. It may have, bell hooks is the one I could just call off top, but I really want to finish this thought. It's like doing the reading, so it's just like maybe books about prominent African American thinkers, philosophers, activists, and doing the reading to know like your history, to know like the history of the country, to see like how stuff happens systematically and stuff is enforced systematically. It may look like bell hooks, James Baldwin, the lady, the Malcolm X books, The Life of Malcolm X, and I'm trying to think of the lady who went to jail, Angela Davis. I couldn't think of Angela Davis worth nothing. So basically I want to do the reading so that when people are talking about systematic racism and systematic systems of being oppressed, misogyny, when they're talking about patriarchy, when they're talking about the government, I want to be able to understand like their viewport, their lens, and read the things they read. Like another person who kind of talks about liberation, oppression, systematic oppression is the nappy headed Hoba. She has an Instagram and she has a YouTube. Like I want to be able to understand more in depth what they're saying, so that's why I'm doing the reading. So one of the things is Bell Hooks, The Will to Change, the Kindle book, but it kind of just talks about how patriarchy is set up in America for men, and it kind of almost strips a voice for them where they feel that they have to be these heads of household, these providers, where they are taught to like separate themselves from emotion, because that's what men do. That is what manly. You get up, you show up, you don't have feelings, you don't get depressed, you don't get sad, and when you do, you push all of that down, and you come and you do what you are supposed to do for your family, for yourself, which in essence is great, but what it says, it pulls them away from their emotions. So when you are wanting to connect with men, or men are wanting to connect and have a community, they don't get to have that because that is outside of what they've been taught as their role. And it says not only that, but because they also lead into that, because they then get rewarded with other things, whether that's higher paying jobs, the respect of other men, or these things that it doesn't really benefit men, not just baby, but men in general, to participate in patriarchy and being like these two separate people of compartmentalizing your emotions and just getting up and doing whatever it has to do. You are only good for what you can give to other people and society, not what you can give to yourself. They don't make whole people. So that's why they are able to do violent things, or more likely to do, because it is like ingrained that this is who they are. This is how men present. Men are aggressive. Men are territorial and aggressive. And while that is true, but that is true of humans. That's kind of what, it's not just men. Men are not the only one who are territorial. Men are not the only one who are aggressive, and they don't get the ability to be seen in a softer kind of way and show up and hold to say that they have needs too. So it's kind of like, that's what I'm getting from it. I'm pretty sure it's so much more, and it's so much kind of deep, and it talks about the systematic oppression and like reinforcing kind of patriarchy and what a societal man is. That even if sometimes if men try to pull away and live a different way, you get so much pushback from it that it's just easier to go with the flow. So I'm really waiting to get to a part where it kind of tells like, well, what is the remedy for that? What can men do to live a different way if they so choose to? If they don't have to make no change if they don't want to, but if they so choose to, what would that look like for them? What would that require of them? And how, like, maybe in society and women and just other men, how can we support like a change if they want to make the change? If they want to live another way, what would they look like? What would be required of it? And what would support look like? If you read this book, I would recommend that you read it, because you will see like patterns and themes, and you would say, oh, okay, I can put a name to this now. Or like, I've thought about this and I've seen this, but okay, this is what backs it up. This is like the literature behind this. I'm enjoying it so far, and I got the recommendation from a friend. So I'll finish that, and then we'll be on to a new book for July, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to read that and then kind of sit with it. But that is what I've been reading since I've been away. If y'all sat through all of this, thank you. You're a real one. And I will see you guys next time. Until then.